savings account before going shopping. Treat your future self like a priority, not an afterthought. Hi, my name is Jazz. I'm a personal finance and lifestyle blogger working in the finance industry by day. Welcome to my channel, where I talk about all things money management to live your best life without needing a fortune to do it. Payday means it's time to budget your paycheck. One of the best ways to begin your journey toward financial stability and success is by understanding your finances, and what better way to do so than through budgeting. Knowing exactly where your money goes is the first step to setting yourself free from living paycheck to paycheck or from overspending. I'll walk you through practical budgeting tips for before and during payday. If you want tips for after payday, visit my article linked in the description. Let's get into the video. Why does having a payday routine even matter? Well, having one creates financial discipline and clarity. Because financial psychology plays a big role, on payday, your thoughts may go to, now that I have money, I can freely spend it, completely forgetting that you have bills due in 2 weeks or financial goals to reach. Building a routine with your money, like setting up automatic transfers or allocating it as soon as you get paid, will make it much easier for you to stick to your financial goals or feel more in control. Let me tell you step by step how to budget your paycheck before it arrives. Step 1. Know your net pay, which is your actual take-home pay. Review your most recent pay stubs to see if your earnings are consistent or not. If they are, perfect, much easier for you. If they fluctuate, average your last 6 paychecks to get a rough estimate of your net earnings per pay period. You can use this average for the next steps, or you can do what I do, which is estimate my earnings based on my hours worked. I refer to a previous pay stub where I worked the same number of hours as my current pay period and just use that as a reference. In this video, I'll be budgeting a July paycheck of $2,300. Step number 2, list all of your bills and fixed expenses alongside their due dates. This can include housing payments, utilities, subscriptions, and debt payments. Basically, anything that is required to be paid for monthly. If you're paid twice a month, you can choose to split your bills between the 2 paychecks. I did this myself, so I have money left over for my spendings and savings per pay period. Now calculate the difference between your net earnings and your bills. For myself, half of my bills and fixed expenses equate to $1,200, leaving me $1,100 to allocate. For this remaining amount, we are going to step 3, pre-assign every dollar towards spending and savings. For this specific budgeting strategy, I prefer a simple 65-35 split, 65% towards spendings and 35% towards savings. Spending includes variable expenses such as groceries, dining out, hobbies, entertainment, and more. Savings include your emergency fund, vacation fund, maintenance, etc. Although I do 65-35, the percentages are totally up to you and your lifestyle. Consider your family size, spending habits, and financial goals when deciding how much to designate. With $1,100 left from my paycheck, I would allocate $715 to my spendings and $385 to my savings. Step number 4, automate. Automating the allocation of your net income will help prevent you from overspending, forgetting to save, and feeling overwhelmed on payday. My personal recommendation is to have at least 3 separate accounts. One for your bills, one for your spendings, and the other for your savings. If your income is steady, it'll be easier for you to set up recurring transfers and payments for everything based on their due dates and your paydays. If your earnings fluctuate, I suggest automating just your bills, then transfer the rest to your savings and spendings based on your budget percentages. What do you do when your earnings hit your account? Pay or schedule your bills immediately. If you already haven't done this, in step 4, set up a one-time or recurring transfer into your bills and fixed expenses account. Then schedule your automatic payments to be made directly from that account. One-time transfers work best if you want to be more hands-on with your budgeting, whereas recurring transfers are ideal if you'd rather automate the process and not manually do so every time you get paid. The second thing to do before you start spending, pay yourself first. This means immediately transferring a percentage of your earnings into your savings account before going shopping. Treat your future self like a priority, not an afterthought. Automate it if you can so that it's painless and happens without effort. Even a small amount adds over time, and if you put it into a high-yield savings account or certificate of deposit, then it will compound over time. Third thing to do when your paycheck hits, you don't have to, but if you choose to, you can allocate your spending categories. For instance, spending subcategories would be groceries, dining out, hobbies, entertainment, etc., you will be allocating specific amounts to each of them. For example, my $715 spending category, I want to designate $300 to groceries, $200 to dining out, $100 to gas, and the remaining toward entertainment. It may change as you spend, but you can always review, adjust, and reflect. This is an important step to staying aware of your spending habits and remaining aligned with your budget. Checking your accounts at the least weekly will give you the opportunity to make real-time adjustments as needed. Remember, be flexible and give yourself grace. Yes, stay on track toward your financial goals, but also don't excessively restrict or overwhelm yourself. Keep your budget dynamic and adaptable so that it works for your changing needs. Well, that's the end. Stick to this payday routine and you will be on the right path toward becoming a good steward over your finances. Like and subscribe for more money management tips and strategies like this. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.